Hi guys, I just thought I'd do a video today to clear a few things up about why I do these videos. Now, you watch all these flat earth sites out there, well I don't actually, but the only way I catch them is by watching that idiot Simon Dam and making dicks out of all these guys with their flat earth sites. I'm not like them. I don't come on here to make a dick of myself in front of most people out there who don't get the picture, just because I have my own special opinion. I do all these videos because I know it's written. I can read ancient text, all the ancient philosophies, and understand what they're saying because they're in riddle form. The only way to imagine it is like, they're all over the place. The only way to imagine it would be like, these are all the stories, like regarding one particular mythological story. These are all the tales. So there's 10 there, right? But in there, and there and there, come together to form the true picture. This is what I see, and I know, because it's right there. But the average guy can't see it. This is why I'm doing the videos, to show you, to get it out there, to show the people who are interested and looking, so I can put it together and show you how it all works. So that's basically where I'm coming from. With this video, I thought it deserved its own video because a lot of people just aren't getting it. You have to understand this is our flat earth model, and in the centre here is an unseen vortex. Everything is in there that is projected out into our realm. The only time we see this is when the sun turns away and it becomes night time, and the sun this side reflects everything back into our night sky. Everything is mirror images. Understanding the shape of a vortex, turning vortex, the vortex winding up like this. But it takes 26,000 years for this to do, or to get from A to B. It's turning every 24 hours. The whole centre of the universe turns 360 degrees every 24 hours, or thereabouts. So it looks like this. So you're going to get a star here, but in 25,000 years or 26,000 years, it's gone right back around to here. Because the sun's in the centre, Polaris, it's a night view of Polaris, is up here. It doesn't move. These stars here will come closer. Polaris doesn't move. The sun is always fixed there in the centre. It turns that little bit because it's going around the axis of the black hole. The black hole's in the centre. The sun turns. It's the egg shape, which makes all these planets out here look as though they're doing an elliptic to science, because everything's exploded out. Only appears to do an elliptic because it's in relation to the elliptic shape of the sun and the black hole. So the great precession is all the way around, but it's slowly moving up as well. That's the great precession, but over the yearly cycle, the sun there, we're getting, you see, the sun follows this magnetic field, so it's winding up like that. But then it winds back down on this angle as it turns. This is the seasonal fluctuations as it turns. The sun follows this magnetic field because it's all crammed in that tight magnetic vortex, which science knows about. You have to get a strong magnetic field to create the plasma. That's what's happening. It's all verified through science. You just have to put your head around it and get the whole picture. But that's how it works. The sun never moves. Polaris never moves. That's just BS. There's stars here they're comparing it with that are winding up winding around in the precession of the equinox, the great year, 26,000 years. Check out some Indian history on YouTube channels. There's a lot of videos coming out now. Just try and get one that's close to clear English. That's the struggle. Pretty strong Indian accents. That's the problem. So that's how that works, right? Now, this is the main outer vortex, the main background star way out here, but right in the middle here, we have the Milky Way. It's vertical. The Milky Way's in here, in the centre. The sun's there at the centre. Milky Way's like this. The wings of the serpent. Typhon. That's Zeus. See, you've all been led to believe that Jupiter is Zeus. No, it's not. They only think this because they believe the spinning ball theory bullshit. It's not. When you understand the true model, you'll know that Zeus represents the sun, not Jupiter. Zeus is Jesus. Jesus, Zeus. Jesus is the sun. Jesus sits at the top. He's the white light. Sits on the top, walks on water. The different atmospheric pressure layers of moisture. The sun's at the top because they have to see through the light spectrum to get pure white light. Obviously we don't see the colours. The only time we can see them is in the rainbow. Understand? Understand? Christ. The sun. In there is Zeus. Not Jupiter. Not Jupiter. Now, there's the Milky Way. It's vertical in there. How can it be vertical when we see it horizontal out here? Because you have to understand what you get in a reflective concave reflection. The parabolic effect. If this is turning, and we have this two symmetrical skies, opposing arcs, we'll get an image here, which will be this here. It reflects out here at night. It just happens to create this Milky Way horizontally out here. Now, but we also see the Milky Way here. If anybody out south in the southern hemisphere with a good camera can do star trail photography, and this will not go beyond this point. The tropical, it's either the tropical, celestial tropical zone of Capricorn, or the celestial equator. I can't remember now. I've got plenty of videos. I could go back. But it's quite obvious. You know this gap here because it's straight through our sky. The other star rotations, that everything starts curving about here and there. The best way to do it is to do it when Orion's belt's coming through. It gives you the definite centre straight line. But the Milky Way, I'll draw that a bit better. It sort of comes up from the east and then ends up swinging around like this. There's south, there's north. There's our gap between the two rotations. I'm down south. I'll just see a little bit of the northern on the horizon there, a bit of northern sky. So this is what the Milky Way will be doing. It does this curl like this over the night. Runs right down over to the west. But it just comes up here, starts moving around like this. Well, and this is the way it works the north side. If you're in the northern hemisphere, this is what you see. They're opposite. See? It's a parabolic effect. The mirror image is out here. Now whether this in here at night, because the sun's in there, it's turned in the Milky Way. It's the crocodile the Egyptians show us. The crocodile head. Yeah, like that. Something like that. That's the sun. That's well, maybe it's not that way. Maybe it's this way. The sun shines through the black hole. It comes through the black hole, across the black hole. All the black holes represented over here, one of the two. But anyway, that's the eye, represents the sun. That's what the Egyptians have left us. It's also seen in Mayan mythology, the crocodile. And you'll notice their crocodile head, like this, and like this. You got the big eye there. And they have this little this locking system here, so that where you go in and you can't get out, because that's coming down through here. That's after your death, we all pass down through here. If you're a dodo, if you wake up, you're going to go into the light, the light of the sun, which is off to the side. The dung hole, the black hole, or go through the light. That's what they're telling us. Now, so you've got this rotation. You've got this big vortex rotation, rotating. That's turning. Then you have this concaved sky. We're talking moisture. It's basically water. Moisture that's creating the mirror image. The film of water. An electromagnetic field. And then you've got this other symmetrical art coming down here. If you don't understand all that, go check out the 100-year-old celestial navigation, or any celestial stuff that's 150 years old. It's all there. Celestial navigation, they show you this. That's all they work on. It's all within here. Because all this comes down to wherever you are in here. You are the center of the meridian, center of you are zenith. No matter where you are, it all comes back to you. Because you are a fractal of the light. All light comes to you. All light will come to this guy too. This is why you cannot determine what anything's doing from a particular place on earth. Because it's always coming back to you. All these celestial bodies are up here. And they were called satellites. And now, of course, we understand it all came from radar, frequencies. Everything is frequencies, because light is frequencies. Everything's bouncing around. You bounce frequencies off here because all these different atmospheric layers are different frequency bands. See, so this is where we dwell out here. This is tropics. That's where we see the sun. We see the sun here. But the actual sun is back in here. The unknown, unseen. All the ancient cultures knew about it. It's their tree of life. Eric Dubay did a good video on all the cultures and all their mythological beliefs of this center tree. How did they all know about that? It's unseen. How did they know? Because this is what all ancient knowledge is telling us. It was all laid out. Probably, before we all turned up, basically. And the information was left. But it's this modern generation of man, they're trying to wipe it from history. That's what they do. It's evil. People running your world, they scrub history. They're the victors. They go and invade countries, destroy them, steal the information, rewrite it. The Fire of Alexandria, the Library of Alexandria, it might have burned down, but they would have stolen the information first. They keep it, rewrite their stuff, and say it was all destroyed. That's how it all works. But it's just understanding the parabolic effect. So there's your vortex. It's turning. That's turning. You're getting a reflection out here. So there's your Milky Way. There's your Milky Way. So it's just the way things are, the way it creates this image here, because it all comes over to here. It's to do with the moisture, because you've got the tropical moisture here, which is this is a high the low pressure zone, and this is all out high pressure out here. From the Arctics, it's the flow of everything, and it's this barrier here that creates the image. Remember, it's all moisture. It's all reflected into the moisture in the atmosphere. So it's just the way it is. It just gives you an image here, and that is parabolic, gives you the image out here. Go on, just check out what parabolic images do, reflectors do and stuff, concave mirrors. The other way could be that creates this, and then that reflects back onto there. That's another way to think of it. But this is how it all works. It all makes sense. You think about it, it all adds up. And other people want me to explain more how our realm can all be based on frequencies. Well, it is. Because if you've seen my videos, you'll know everything is created from the black hole. Our whole existence, our whole realm is like a holographic. It's a hologram. And it's all based on frequencies from the black hole. And that's associated with the human brain. We think, we dream, we create things in our dream. It's the same thing. There's the black hole. The Earth's dream state has created everything. And it's all based on frequencies, sound, resonating frequencies, vibrations. So, and that's the meaning to life. That's the Earth brain. It's a human brain. Look at it that way. It's a donut, a full donut. Otherwise, you come back to what I've been showing all along. The magnetic field goes like this. So there's our brain, two hemispheres, and we see the sun here, don't we? Well, we have to wake our light up. It's all about, that's the meaning to life, finding our resonating frequency, to wake that up. Earth was created because it found the right resonating frequency. Bang, it came into existence. This is the bang, the Big Bang. Science has got that part right. There was a Big Bang, but it moves ever so slowly in time. It's like stationary, apart from the 26,000 years of the precession of the equinoxes, for that to get all the way back around to here. It's the sun. You have to realise, you have to find this. It's the meaning, and once you've found it, it will blow you away. You don't know anything until you wake that thing up. And just in search of it, just being in search of it is cool. Like these flat earthers, they're halfway there. They know it's there. That's why they want to get out and tell everybody, because they're halfway there. They've opened their brains up. But most people they go through the education system and get programmed. So all this isn't in the program. So they're oblivious to it. Human brain gets programmed from the age of 5. That's why they send you off to school. So you have to believe everything they teach you. Life's a program. Get out of it. Come into this one. Find the truth. Spread the news. Read up about it. Search it. Typhon, Zeus does battle, because the Milky Way, it turns 360 degrees. Day and night. Who's going to win? Day or night? Typhoon? The back of the sun, the underworld, or Zeus, daylight. Daylight always wins in the mythological stories, even though they're 50-50, aren't they? But, life is about light. Light wins. The morning star. What's the morning star? It's not Zeus or the sun. The morning star is the enlightened person. Someone has woken this thing up. It's all about the morning light, the morning star. It's a new day. He's come into like a new world. So prove me wrong there. Show me something that makes you think that it's Venus. You check out everything, go right through science. What do they say about Venus? What all the mythological stories say about Venus? What's the colour of it? What's its movement? And it tells you that Venus moves in the opposite direction. Well, it doesn't move in the opposite direction. That's badly interpreted. Venus phases opposite to the moon. It phases opposite. It doesn't move opposite. Everything moves in the one motion, one direction. Everything moves that way. But the moon phases this way. Full moon behind the back of the sun. Venus is neutral behind the back of the sun. Its full blossom is out here in the front. If it's during the day, you don't know, do you? See, I know all this stuff. I'm not here just to make a dick of myself because I've got an idea. I believe the world does this. I must be right because I've got the idea. It's better than everybody else's. No, I can verify it. It's all there. It's all written. Now, some guys might be interested in this. Where have I got with this? Well, basically nowhere, because I've only just found a company that will actually sell me 42 kgs of this copper. So to make this model, I thought, that's going to cost me like $1,200 more. I'm thinking, well, there's no point rushing out and buying it because I don't know how to create the model. I mean, that's it there, but it has to be properly designed by some brilliant engineer. One of these has to turn. This has to sit up there, sit outside. This needs more copper, but they have to be the same resonating frequency. That's rotation, and this. What's the word? Winding? Can't think. Anyway, this has to turn, or one of them has to turn, but you can't put anything through the centre here because that's where the magic is in there. Well, the magic's out here, but it has to be sucked in through there to create the permanent, like the sun, the plasma, the charge, the voltage, to keep everything flowing. So this part here that'll have to stay fixed somehow. Or that fixed and that turn, but if anyone can come up with a design, I will go and make it. But this is the free energy. It comes this and this create this third entity, which gets sucked back into there and keeps the thing flowing. It's self-feeding. This is what the sun does. The magnetic field, self-feeding the sun. People think this is a joke. No. But I'm not an electrical engineer, so I can't even test it actually. You have to get the right resonating frequency, get the power supply in here, power supply there, exactly the same. You have the same amount of copper windings. Obviously it's spread out more around here, but it's still the same length as what's in here. And get the resonating frequency bang on, you'll get the action in here, and then once you get that, whatever you want to call it, spark, plasma, flowing, this will start being sucked back into there. You go on YouTube sites, they've shown you how they get the plasma in there, the strong magnetic field. They call it plasma torch, plasma light, whatever, candle, that sort of thing. This is basically a rodent coil, but he had the idea, but I didn't understand it. It's a dual system. Everything in our world is a dual system. Dual, which makes the magic. Magic's in here. That creates the sun. That has to be created, that gets sucked back into there, and then keeps the whole thing going. I think I've said enough. If you want more information on this, just go back and check out some of my videos. The only thing I own electrically is this thing here. I know how this works. That's about it. I don't have all the other fancy gear. The oscillator. The power input, fluctuations, and resonating frequencies. There's someone will have brains out there that don't know how to do it. So think about it. Go deep. In there is the black hole. That's where all the magic comes from. Well, that's our life. That's where life comes from. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share. Explain things to people. Just how I've done there. If they don't get the full picture, they struggle. There's only one flat earth design and that's it. No BS. No talking all day. No fancy graphics. That's it. There. It's round and it's flat. It's inside a magnetic realm. We're inside this magnetic field. You can't get out. It's a force field. Nothing gets in. Nothing. Graham Hancock and all those guys, nothing gets in. The only way you get into space and travel celestially, cosmologically, that's the word, is by here, the brain. That takes you places. Physically, this is the physical world. You do not leave the physical world, only spiritually. This is non-physical. Physical, we can only leave, go into space, up here.